Welcome to Walking Wilder. I'm Bart. The first card that I pulled was this that says you are protected. See how these figures are gathering to kind of, converse with the universe or God or spirit, whichever you want to call it. There's something here that you are doing that is very sacred. And so spirit is protecting you, your guides are protecting you, your angels are protecting you. Animals around you might be protecting you. This has to do with almost something that is somewhat innocent, meaning to me here, the way that this comes across, that this is something that you have been doing for a very long time, stemming back to childhood, stemming back to perhaps previous lives for some of you, but definitely something that is rooted deep, deep within who you are as a soul, what you came here to do. This is soul stuff. Blessed resilience, which of course has this witch wound vibe, this feeling of, yeah, we've been here before. It has not always gone very well in the past, maybe in past lives, past energies. I have kind of been, in situations where this did not go well for me. But Spirit is saying you are protected. This is sacred work. Connect to this energy of innocence, this energy, and I don't mean innocence, but innocence in a way of pure, of new, of bringing something that's, not everybody has, or at least not everybody can connect to this energy, but you can for some reason. And it's part of what you came here to do. At the bottom of the deck, Hands of Fire, which talks about, connecting with your inner, creativity, your joy, your compassion. Ability to create. Yeah, ability to create. So that's the core of this reading. You are protected. Let animals be your guides. Call on your guides. Call on the archangels, your healing network, whatever you resonate with here, because there's some sort of storm going on related to your soul's mission, your soul purpose. Spirit, talk to me about what this is about for the viewer. Three of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, this Three of Swords in this deck. There's actually two Three of Swords. But see how he is sitting there with this book of wisdom. And it's like all these little butterflies or birds. I'm not really sure if it's one or the other, actually. But either way, these are ideas, thoughts, creative energy flowing. But it's like, this is painful. This is not, or it has been painful in the past. It has been painful in the past. Again, this is connecting to this. There's some part of you, some part of innocence that knows that you are here to create this. You're here to connect to this sort of pure bone deep knowledge within yourself. But there's also a part of you that knows that you have in the past, in previous lives. This is a previous life reading. I'm, for like 99% of you. If you don't resonate with that, this is not your reading, and that's fine. No hard feelings. This is the energy I'm picking up on. Um, you have been hurt before over doing whatever it is that you're connecting with here. Queen of Pentacles to me is this witchy vibe, this freedom loving, free spirit, deeply rooted, deeply caring, deeply loving. Um, I am creating, I am manifesting, I am creating good in the world. Of course, pentacles, can be the physical things that we bring into this world, but it can also be where we put our energy, things we share, that type of, and she is like, the female magician. Not that the magician, we all have both masculine and feminine sides. But to me, look at her standing here creating whatever it is she came to. She doesn't seem bothered, but she's also somewhat protecting whatever it is she has in this treasure trunk. It's not just, there's no one around her in this deck or in this card. She's not sharing this with people. This is her walking quietly with her magic, with her manifestations, with her healing work, her soul alignment, um, knowing that this has been a hard road to walk in the past. So, tell me, Spirit, what does the viewer need to know here? What energies are working against them in this? Let's talk about that. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Of course, that's an energy of looking within, of going really deep, shadow work, seeing what's, in the dark. And I don't mean, dark in a bad way, but what is hidden in your own shadows. What things are you not seeing? Perhaps some of you are seeing other people's shadows, seeing what is it that they are not conscious of, that type of thing. Deep soul work. Here's the Four of Cups. So there's something here, this fear from the past, this resilient, this storm, that whatever this storm has been in a past life, witch wound in some way, shape, or form, being an outcast, being called crazy, being, all those things, has brought with it, this is the Six of Cups. And see how he's thinking back here. Now, for most of you, this is something that you intuitively know. You know that you have this with you. You know you've been here before, meaning you have had this, this soul mission is not new to you. You know that you're here to work with energy. For instance, if you're an energy healer, you know you're here to work with children. If that's your form of healing, whatever it is for you, there's some work that is really, really needed right now that you are here to do. Yeah. Four of Cups, I feel like this is Spirit telling you right here. See how he's sitting there, and here, are the cups, and then Spirit is like, hey, we got another cup for you. We got help. We are here. We have your back. We're gonna shower you with love. Is what I'm hearing. There's something here that you're being offered, some sort of spiritual gift, some insight, some knowledge that they're saying, step out of this, feeling of being not being able. There's something, this talks about being naive, innocent, and all of that. But that's not to say that you're not powerful. You are a very powerful healer. And Spirit is reminding you, hey, we've given you gifts. You need to take the gifts so that you can do whatever it is you came here to do. Time to look within. See, what are these gifts? What can I create with them? Ten of Swords. Yeah. This is, to me, Ten of Swords is, of course, a very painful card in a lot of ways. See how here he is staring into the eyes of this owl. He's like, wisdom comes at a cost. Wisdom is not, being wise, being, being a healer, being whatever it is that you are, comes as a cost. Life has proven that. Many lives, perhaps for some of you, has proven. See, he's old, this is an older guy, old wise soul who's kind of like, yeah, I know that's what I came here to do. I also know that potentially, this doesn't end well. Ten of Swords is also an ending. So there is this sort of energy here that, see how the swords are attacking the owl, which, of course, is a symbol of wisdom, of inner knowledge, of this deep, um, deep bone knowing, something that you just know it. You don't know why, you don't know from where, you just know that this is the way it is. Yeah. Um, so there's fear here. There's fear surrounding whatever this is. Yeah, Three of Swords again. This is the second. See, I told you there's two Three of Swords cards here at the bottom. All right, Spirit. What's the supporting energies here? Page of Pentacles at the bottom here. Here in the Four of Swords, which of course talks about rest and healing and all of that. This to me kind of says like, there's a message here of putting the fear aside. The swords representing the thought, the fear, the raising in the mind, the worrying, the all of this, and see how they kind of like put against the wall. It's like I put down my sword because I realized this is not real in this lifetime. This is not real. This is based on, this Six of Cups, this remembering somehow intuitively that this has not been a good road for me to walk on. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. There is something here. This can, of course, be several things. This can be, actually, I kind of feel like the way that this is set up, that this is you connecting to your higher self, saying, all right, so walk with me here, talk with me, have my back in this, because we've been here before. You remember everything. I remember some of it. We need to work together on this. Three of Wands here, a new vision. There needs to be a new vision for how do we do this without all the fear. How do we leave behind, the worrying, the past life memories really is what I'm seeing here, and move forward in a new energy that doesn't have, that fear with it, that because fear is limiting you, obviously, and it also, it's somehow bringing you out of alignment is what I'm feeling here. So there's something that's just not adding up. Talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit. This is a beautiful card in this deck. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, here's the Knight of Pentacles. See how, you're out searching for a new way of doing things, a new way of being in the world. And this is, I'll see if you guys can, I don't know if you can see all the details in them, but they're so beautiful, these cards. See how there's this stairway from this hand to that hand. This is also, it's a feminine and a masculine hand, so this can also be the balancing of your energies within you, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. This whole sense of working together, of creating a new way, moving over these troubled waters here and seeing the future in a new life where you take all the things that you have learned in the past lives here. This old soul here, he knows this is you, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But this is an old soul that knows I've learned a lot. I'm wise now. I can take what I know, do something good in the world, create something from a new point of view, a more innocent point of view, in the sense that I put the fear behind me. And so it's kind of like a newborn energy. Something has ended. A way of seeing this needs to end so that you can step into something in the almost in the fool's energy, but with a backpack that's already filled with everything you collected, through many journeys in many other lives, if that makes sense. The tower here at the bottom. So tell me more about this, Spirit. What is it that the seer needs to create? Can we get some examples? For it might be different, or it is different from all of you, since this is a collective reading. So if what comes up here is not what you think it needs to be, then just take what resonates with you. The High Priestess. Yeah. Connect to the wisdom within you. And here's the Ace of Cups. Put the fear behind you. See how, all of this, all of these emotions, all of these feelings are just like, kind of like flying around her here. And here's the Page of Cups. So to me, it's like, all right, go from being the Page of Cups. Now, the pages are, young energy and everything, but it's the fear of it. It's the fear of the unknown here, where I'm kind of like, he's out on stormy sea. He's not really sure what's going on. He's not really sure how to proceed. But here's the Ace of Cups, and look at her. She's like, screw that. I got this. Yeah, the waters are stormy. I love stormy water. See how she's taming the water here. So there's some sort of energy there. Use your intuition and know, because there's part of this is the strange feeling with this. There's part of you too that knows that this innocence is protected. You are protected. The first card that came out, that Spirit is got your back. Your higher self got your back. You've been here before. You faced the darkness. You've done all of this. There are spirit animals around you, perhaps real fur animals, or birds, or that you connect with. You are love. Ace of Cups. So there really is, it really, really is time to let go of that pain from previous lives, that witch wound. And I know it's easier said than done, but there is something about here remembering that you are love. You will always love. Always. And the High Priestess. Yeah. What do the seer not see coming here, Spirit? This is actually a beautiful reading. Beautiful energy. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Time to leave this behind. This is what was. Perhaps in some past life, this was really, really hard. Did not end well. Did not go over well. But that's not, that's not where you are now. You are the Ace of Cups. You are in this loving new energy. You can have a new vision. You can put down your swords. You can take the wisdom that this taught you, because, most of us seems to learn best through pain, however weird that sounds. So the wisdom that you gained here, take that with you in what you are creating here. And it has given you, even if it's not in this life, you were born with this sense, this ability to see people, to feel their emotion, to tune into their energy, to know what they've gone through, to be empathetic with them, because at some point you were where they are. And that is a huge, huge healing power to have. You see people at at a level that's, something else. Advice, Spirit, for the viewer here. I get goosebumps. This is really a cool energy. The Lovers at the bottom. Look at this. See how these trees are intertwined? To me, in this deck, this Lovers card is always reminding me of the balance within, the feminine intuition, the love, the caring, the masculine, I'm doing something out in the world, I take action, see how they work together. This is beautiful. absolute beautiful energy. This is where, how you utilize your healing energy by being balanced in yourself, by understanding that in this life you are okay. You will always love. Ace of Wands. Yep. Take this Three of Swords. See how she's connecting to birds here too. Take this pain that you carry with you here and start anew. See, here she has this, and that's nothing against little birds, but I don't know what it is, but she has this little bird that she has set free, where her heart was. And Spirit is like, it's time to leave that feeling of not being good enough, um, of just not being enough, of not being safe, of not being created, whatever it is, because here's the Ace of Wands with the Phoenix. This is a new beginning. Because the beauty of this past life energy is you get to, and this is, so awesome. You get to take the wisdom with you. But you don't have to relive everything that gave you that wisdom. That is gone. That was that life. Your soul has learned those lessons, which means that now you have that wisdom in this life with you because your soul already learned. And now you get to use those gifts for something beautiful to create more love in the world. Ace of Cups. How cool is that? This is really a nice reading. One more piece of advice, Spirit. If you resonate with this, you are one kick-ass healer. You really, really are. One more piece of advice, Spirit. Five of Swords. Yeah, don't let other people's or your own fears put a damper on this. This might be, the reaction for some people around you. They're sitting there judging you, whatever. But, in the long run, it just doesn't matter because you're love. This guy with his stare, with his judgment, with his, this, that, and the other, he's no match for this. She's like, yeah, screw that. Excuse my French. It's like, it doesn't even, I really, really get this energy of, it really doesn't matter. He is like, and this can be social media, this can be the news, this can be all this BS that we see right now with people, yelling at each other, whatever it is. But over here, there you are, being love, which will always outshine this. It's not even a competition. So, yeah, justice, karmic justice. It's not even a competition. You are love. So, beautiful energy. If you resonate with this, please write me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And click like, subscribe to my channel if you would like to hear more readings. And thank you so much for being here. And if this has been your reading, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Big love.